I said, but tell me, what is, I had given you a proposal. This is again to be, listened to attentively. I had given you a proposal to call the meeting of the syndicate. So what happened? Such syndicate members have turned it down. I said, give me in writing. I will believe when the Vice Chancellor says syndicate members have turned it down, I will believe it. But from the note it is clear that despite the direction of the Chancellor, he did not call the meeting of the syndicate. Then naturally, this thing was bound to come to my mind that somebody else is giving him instructions. Because he has written, I have informally talked to syndicate members and they have turned it down. I am giving you direction as Chancellor to call a meeting and you are not calling the meeting. I am the appointing authority. I am also the disciplining authority. He is defying me. It's not question of me. Me is not important. He is defying the Chancellor. And Chancellor has the power to take action. Then naturally, this behavior coincided with what he had earlier told Raj Bhavan, that I am doing so at the instance of so and so. That is the point when I decided that if there is so much interference, that I am asking the Vice Chancellor to call the meeting of the syndicate and he is not calling the meeting, which he had admitted on the first day when he talked on phone, that so and so is not in favor of doing this thing. Therefore, it cannot be done. Then tell me what inference any other person in my place could have drawn. So I thought, instead of confrontation, I will write to the government that please appoint someone else as Chancellor. But now, since then, I have received 3 letters from Chief Minister. In each letter, he says, government has no intention to interfere. Therefore, it is not as if I only wanted to give them time, because it is absolutely clear that so far I have refrained from taking strong action